Some Western movies, like some zombie flicks, just naturally beg to be interpreted on a larger scale. They're allegorical. High Noon is an obvious example. The MagSeven is another. Some people see it as a classic, while others think it's a stale rip-off of Kurosawa's Seven Samurai. I suppose it's remembered most for the music and the cast. It was nibbling away at my mind, so I took the time to watch it again to see how it applied to world events, that larger scale I mentioned. A little village is plagued by bandits who raid it, stealing provisions, promising to return. When the bandit leader Calvera says he loves this village, he means it. Without the village, his men would starve. Without his men, he would be nothing. The villagers decide that they can take no more of this, that they must fight. To do this, they will sell all they have and use the money to buy guns. 3 of them cross the border, enter a town, and witness a disagreement, which is settled by the actions of 2 men. These are men of principle, even when such principle seems not to exist. They are men of honor in a dishonorable land and a dishonorable time. The villagers ask them for help in buying guns. The answer is, why not buy men? Guns are expensive, men are cheap. So the villagers hire them for an absurd amount to drive the bandits away. And the villagers are told, you must know what you are getting into, for once you begin something like this, there will be killing and more killing and more killing. And that is exactly what happens. The bandit, Calvera, has, for me, the most memorable lines. It's true in the beginning when he tells the villagers that he envies them in their lives. For him, everything is false, religion, the government, and he is forced to lead the life he does, constantly on the run. And it's true when he tries to deal with the strangers he encounters in the village. We're in the same business, he tells the band of 7. We don't have to fight, we can be partners. He tells them, referring to the villagers, if God did not want them sheared, he would not have made them sheep. Generosity, he says after the first battle, that was my first mistake. It's also his second, when he lets the 7 gunmen live, even returning their guns to them once they have left the town. He does not think they will return. Only a crazy man makes the same mistake twice, he says. What I don't understand is why a man like you took the job in the first place. The gunmen decide that they made their mistake when they got involved with the villagers and started to care about them. And they do return to the village for the final battle, after which Calvera utters his dying words of disbelief. You came back, for a place like this. Why? A man like you. Why? He dies without an answer. It is the central pivot to the story. Why indeed would these men risk everything, including their lives, for no reward, in a fight in which they have no stake? Why? The answer is simple. They came back because they have a contract to fulfill, and because they are magnificent. It's easy to see the villagers as the people in Iraq and Afghanistan, and the 7 gunmen as a Navy SEALs unit there to protect the people from the terrorists, the insurgents. They are there to shine the light of liberty and democracy into the darkness and evil of savage warfare, no matter what the personal cost. You can continue such operations if you believe that you are saving innocent lives from brutal murderers, and that you are honorable, and that what you are doing is honorable, and even more, magnificent. You, as a soldier, have no ulterior motive for being there, like control of natural resources, strategic location, political influence, or gobs and gobs of money to be made. Or that you find the intense conflict of war, the kill or be killed, gratifying, as nothing else can be. The bandits and the villagers in the movie seem to me to exist in the real world. The band of gunmen, in all of their magnificence, don't exist at all, unless it's in a fairy tale, or Hollywood, or Japanese mythology. In the real world, they would be working for a contractor who pays them exceedingly well to do dangerous things, dirty work, in the various places around the world. They would ask no questions, play no favorites, avoid any hint of sentiment, and they would only care for themselves. They would not be magnificent. Calveras was right, or nearly so. They're in the same business, only as competitors, not partners.